Hey everybody, James Yeager with Tactical Response. Thanks for watching. That's terrible music, isn't it? Cabot. My boys at Cabot. First off, let's talk about Cabot. Great guys. Great guys. They're super smart engineer guys. And they are in an alternate industry. And there was a downturn a few years ago, if you guys remember, and in the economy, and as a my phone, not yours, as a morale builder for the crew, they said, hey, let's build a gun. And Cabot Guns was born. And they have come and trained with me. And some of you guys know my friend Matt Dorito with the band Pop Evil, the bass player there. We get to hang out, shoot sometimes, ride some motorcycles sometimes. Do you know what we don't talk about? We don't talk about bands or guns. Because the last thing he was talking to me about guns, and I want to talk to him about rock and roll, so we just don't talk about either one. But anyway, he works up there with those guys, and he is a gun nut, and he likes to build stuff, custom cars and hot rods and motorcycles and stuff, and he likes working with these guys. And so what's in here? This is the Rebellion, and they should have just named it the Jaeger because I'm a rebellious bastard. But this is a gun that looks like a 1911. Somebody is driving me crazy. I forgot to turn my phone off again. My apologies. And I don't do reshoots, no matter what you guys think. This is an aluminum frame 1911 looking gun. Now, when I say 1911 looking gun, it's not really by any definition of the standard a 1911, but it looks like a 1911. Now, that might sound like I'm saying something bad about it, or saying something negative, but it's absolutely not true. Beautiful pistol. It's a commander size pistol, 9mm bull barrel, and it's not loaded. But even if it were loaded, I didn't really point a gun at you, because this is a video and not real life. So aluminum frame, flat trigger on there. Some people say, why does that gun got a flat trigger? I don't know why guns ever had curved triggers. I don't know, but make sure I cover all my stuff here. They describe it, quote, Cabot Rebellion is a significant leap forward in the design and function of a 1911. No, this is not a 1911. And I'm not saying that to be obstinate, but when you change your gun this much, it's not really that gun anymore. Like John Moses Browning couldn't get them with a patent infringement on this gun. It's so different. It really is. Let's see. 3 innovative mechanical changes to the 1911. And some of you guys are going to ask me what some of this means, and I'm going to continue saying I'm not a gunsmith and I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I don't build guns. They have a wonderful guy working there that is a brainiac with this stuff, and but don't ask me. So, reimagined internal extractor. And they were talking about the extractor being at the back of the slide, and apparently it's hard to see because I can't see it on the back of the slide there. I can't. And you guys that know more about these things than me, I don't know. I don't see anything back there, but apparently there's something to do with an internal extractor back there. I don't know. New rail design with a lower friction coefficient. So as best we can, I got the mics up here, as best we can listen. A little squeaky, but like this doesn't feel like a 1911. And I'm not even, it's slick, but I'm not even talking about how slick it is. Like, it doesn't feel like a 1911. Like a 1911, and this gets me to my next point, a lugless barrel. So, like, I don't know what's going on here. the barrel tilts down, but I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me just say all that. And I didn't even know this was coming. They've got a couple of new guns out, and Mike said, "Hey, I'm sending you something." I really didn't know what was coming, and I was pleasantly surprised by this. Now, I haven't shot it yet. We're going to get to that in just a few minutes. I haven't shot it yet, but I am definitely intrigued by this. So I took it home last night, made sure it was empty. I haven't loaded it yet at all. Made sure it was empty. Now let my wife hold it. I said, well, what do you think? And she said, "What's this thing right here?" My wife and daughters don't know anything about guns. They can shoot. Don't get me wrong. It's like driving a car. My wife doesn't know how to rebuild an engine. Well, actually, she probably does, but she can drive a car. And so when she gets these guns with switches and stuff, she's always like, "What's that thing? And what's that thing? And what's that thing?" But so she got it. Had her flip the safety off, and I said, "All right, just aim it at at that safe spot and press the trigger." And because she was like this, she was kind of like, it's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy, And this got an aluminum frame, and also for a 1911, it's like she went like this. "Oh, I really like this. I like this a lot." Like she just instantly, boom, just saying, "Oh, this is great. This is wonderful. This is awesome. This is great. This is dropping all the wife hints, like, "Hey, you should give this to me, or you should get me one." All those kind of wife hints that they give you, and they are very overt about it. She was given all of them, but anyway, so pretty neat there. So again, the big three, a new style of internal extractor, which if you're a 1911 guy, you've always known that extraction and ejection are the things that 1911s don't do very well. Certainly don't. So they got a handle on that. So it's going to speed up the slide cycle. So aluminum frame, and if this is moving faster, that means that it should be that you should feel harder recoil. Again, I'm not an engineer, but if that moves faster than the one that doesn't move as fast, this one will have more felt recoil. That's not a bad thing, especially with 9mm, but I'm kind of pre-warning you that's what I'm expecting when I read this. That's what I'm expecting. But it's not super heavy. It's because of the aluminum frame, and it looks like a 1911, but it doesn't and it feels like a 1911, but it don't feel like a 1911. I don't know. Like it feels like something new, and just the geometry of the front, the front cocking serrations, but the bevels and stuff like that. Again, good looking gun. I actually like the rounded top of the old 1911 style guns, but it's impractical because of glare and stuff on the top. And so when I see this, I go, there are people that shoot that made that, because there's not going to be any glare off the top of that because of those nice serrations there. Other than that, they're just pretty. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I got all the stuff. High undercut. That's good for most folks. They like that. Helps choke up on the gun. A high undercut there, and it is pretty high. Usually, there's a there, but not there. And again, bull barrel, and it's a commander length pistol. And so magazinos. So I don't know how many magazines this gun is supposed to come with, but I know how many I got. Thank you, guys. Defiant Munitions. This is Pete Pye Jr. from Corbon fame, and he has started his new ammo company. I'm trying to show you something. It's a nickel case. Total copper bullet that he says is really accurate. And he sent me these a while back. I got to be honest with you, I've neglected getting them into action sooner. I've just been so busy, and so when this when this gun came along, I thought to myself, perfect, because Pete's been talking his crap about how accurate this stuff is. So I'm going to take it out and shoot it and see if that's just some hype from out there in Sturgis. That's where they are. If that's some hype or if that's what's really up. So it looks like it holds nine rounds, like most of these 1911s. And I don't know if you could say I talked Pete into it, but 50 round boxes. I'm like, man, I'm tired of buying 20 round boxes for self-defense ammo. Make 50 round boxes. And he took my advice on that, or at least considered my advice and did it. So we'll see. So you tell a whole lot about a gun is going to feed some ammo just by cycling it. Not cycling it slow, cycling it fast, like the gun actually works. Again, I haven't done this yet. This will be the first time I've loaded this gun. Fingers clear of the trigger. Insert sharply. And nothing but net. Nothing but net. So, I'm very excited to get this thing out the range. That's where I'm headed now. And hopefully the weather will cooperate. Let's go see how it shoots. Wow, it's really windy out here. I'm turning my back to the wind. Really windy out here today. So I've got the target up. I got that nice Accu-Tac high-vis target up there. And I'm just going to shoot a magazine, 9 rounds each from 3, 7, 15, and 25. This will be the absolute first shots I've ever fired out of this gun. 3, 7, 15, and 20. One mag from 3 yards. Sorry, making sure I got all my marks here. 3, 5, 7, 15, and 25. One magazine each. So I'll do 3 and 5, then I'll move the camera. So 3 yards, first shot. It's just got a nice light trigger. Yep, nice. 2 in the same hole. Nice. Nice, very nice. Very nice. 5 yards, and you probably won't be able to see me. I'll stand over here a little bit, so a little off angle there. Won't matter. Oh, fuck. That first one went a little awry, but it's shooting good. Got it in my pocket. And windy as hell out here. Let's see. 7. Make sure, let me look at my viewfinder, make sure you can still see the target. Everybody's always like, oh, you act like I'm out here lying about it or something. All right. Sorry, somebody's driving around here. Wind is pushing. Definitely gonna have to come back. I mean, don't get me wrong, the gun's shooting great, but like the wind is definitely pushing me enough that it's actually mattering. So I'm at, wait a minute, 3, okay, 3 yards, 5 yards, no, 3, 7, I'm at 15 now. Okay, back up to 25. I'm all fucked up today. We got 2 different marks on our different ranges and I screwed that up. So I shot at 3, 5, just shot at 7, now to 25. Man, it's so windy out here. Like holy shamolios. So, yeah, I'm having all this extra footage in here because people are like, well, we didn't even know that you shot the target, or whatever people complain about. All right. 25. This is a neat little gun, man. Neat little gun. Something about it being snappy, I forgot I'm also shooting that hot ass Defiant Munitions in there. Let's go take a look. Yes, that's a gun in my pocket. I am not happy to see you. So if you guys have been here before, this is our fighting rifle range. And it's got uneven terrain on there. And people are like, come out here and sometimes people that shouldn't be here say stuff like, this range is awful rough. And I'm like, oh, you're at the wrong class. You meant to go to the class for pussies. So definitely left. My weight just fell off my camera. So comedy of errors out here today. So I'm definitely shooting left, but in my defense, the wind is blowing this way. But what a neat little gun. I got a couple more mags, so let's just do some shooting. Get a close up of that brain shot. All right. So where am I at? Backed up to, where's the damn yard markers? I'm at about 15 feet here. I'm thinking that actually this gun, I might actually need to move the sights, and I don't say that very often. This wind. I'm gonna aim for the if I can point at it without blocking the camera here. Oop. I'm gonna point at the first A in Accu-Tac. I'm gonna try to hit the white. Let me back up here. The white in the first A in Accu-Tac. Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah. This gun is such a unique trigger to what I'm used to shooting mil-spec triggers and stuff like that. Let's see about that middle of the A and the second A in TAC. Almost. First C, center of the first C. Dang it. Second C. The U, the last C. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Hey, it's badass mugs too, not just guns. So, man, it was windy. Oh, lift my target over here. Oh, there's my phone. I was showing it to the hot crazy Matrix attorney who was just here, and Pierre and the guys. So, what about that little guy right there? So, as you can see, that it's very left. So if you look at your target, it's very left. And I'm going to shoot this again when the wind is not so high. I'm not trying to blame it all on the wind. I think the gun is shooting a little left for me. or maybe I'm anticipating a little bit, but I don't think that's a problem because I don't do that with the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, so I don't think it's so much of a problem with the 9mm. But it is left, so might be a combination of three things here that, you know, a new trigger for me that's very crisp. It's not a light trigger, but you know, it feels like it's about 4 pounds. It's a really good trigger. The wind was blowing me, like literally, like I was kind of wobbling when I was shooting because of it. And it is a 25-yard target. But I think even when I shot close, like here, I was aiming for the top of this. It shot a little left on all of these, a little left, and yeah, I missed some. But even here, when I was doing slow fire pretty close, it's left. So it could be me, but I think I need to move the rear side a little bit. I'm gonna go back out and shoot it when it's not that windy. But the Defiant Munitions 9mm, it's hot, man. It's hot. It's this was the TCX round, 415. Let's see, velocity 1275, and that's and if I'm right, if I remember correctly, it's out of a 5-inch barrel, and this is a 4.5 or 4.75. I can't remember, but this is all, you know. So this stuff is moving, coming out of there pretty quick, and as you can see, forget the bullseye. Just look at the size of the group. A 25-yard group here, you know, fist size group. 25-yard group. That's not bad. You know, we need to move that right here, but that's a pretty good group. Pretty good group. If we moved it over another inch, if we moved it, shifted the side of the group to here, all of that would be in this orange ring. So at 25, I would accept that, no problem at all. Thanks to Accu-Tac for the targets. It's so easy to see these things. You know, it makes it good for, you know, trying to track a zero on there. But the gun ran great. It's unedited video. I didn't edit any of it because people always accuse me of like, oh, you didn't really shoot it or whatever. So you guys got me carrying the camera around and all that stuff. But this is definitely a neat little piece. Definitely a neat little piece. I believe I have a new barbecue gun. Pretty. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some Marion Cobretti grips. Okay, some of you guys know what that is. Some of you don't. If you don't know about Cobretti and his grips on his 1911, you might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself. The Cabot Rebellion. I'm gonna take this to Gunsight with me. I know it's 9mm and that's kind of blasphemy, but I'm gonna take this to Gunsight. So the 2 stars of the Gunsight for me are going to be the Cabots in 45 and 9mm. It should be a lot of fun. This is James Yeager with Tactical Response, reminding you that your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends.